On December 5, 1782, King George III declared an end to the conflict with the American rebels and recognized America as an independent state. On September 3, 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed. 4 months later, Congress ratified it, thereby bringing the war to a definitive close. It was one thing, however, for the Americans to win the war and their independence from Britain. It was altogether another for 13 independent states to rule themselves as one unified republic. From 1781 to 1789, the Americans relied on a weak constitution, the Articles of Confederation. What they needed was a constitution that would hold the states together in a union that would last. At the time of the founding, most of the American states had been in existence for over a century. Loyalties ran deeper to one state than to the United States. The Articles of Confederation held together only a loose republic since their adoption in 1777. They provided only a weak central government, lacking the power to levy taxes, regulate commerce, or enforce laws effectively. There was a growing sense of national disunity and increasing disgruntlement with legislative tyranny at the state level. Recognizing the challenges facing the fledgling nation, a convention was called in Philadelphia in May of 1787. Originally intending to merely revise the Articles, the delegates instead wrote a new constitution. Stiff debates developed around issues such as representation in the legislature, the powers of the executive branch, and the institution of slavery. The Virginia Plan, written mainly by James Madison, advocated for a strong national government with proportional representation favoring the larger states. The opposing New Jersey Plan, written by William Patterson, sought to maintain state sovereignty and equal representation for all states. The convention settled on a bicameral legislature, the House of Representatives with proportional representation, and the Senate with equal representation for each state. The Three-Fifths Compromise addressed the contentious issue of slavery, counting an enslaved individual as 3/5 of a person for both representation and taxation purposes. The delegates adopted the principle of separation of powers, dividing governmental authority among the legislative, executive, and judicial branches, with a system of checks and balances to prevent any one branch from becoming too powerful. On September 17, 1787, the Constitution was signed in Independence Hall by 39 of the 55 delegates. As Benjamin Franklin left the hall, he was asked by Elizabeth William Powell, a prominent figure in Philadelphia society, "Well, doctor, what have we got, a republic or a monarchy?" Franklin replied, "A republic if you can keep it." Before the Constitution was ratified, a national debate broke out, especially concerning the scope of the federal government. Anti-Federalists opposed a strong central government and made the case against ratification of the Constitution in a series of essays published in newspapers. James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and John Jay countered these arguments through the Federalist Papers, a series of essays of their own. Collectively, the three men adopted the pseudonym Publius, after one of the founders of the Roman Republic. Delaware was the first state to ratify on December 7, 1787. When the ninth state, New Hampshire, ratified the Constitution, it officially became the supreme law of the land. In May of 1790, Rhode Island became the last state of the original 13 to ratify the Constitution. 2 years later, the Bill of Rights became law. Among the liberties secured by the bill were freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and the right to petition the government, the right to bear arms, and the protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. The bill was largely based on Virginia's Bill of Rights, written by George Mason. The United States Constitution has been amended 27 times, including the 10 amendments in the Bill of Rights. Its core principles and ideals, however, have remained the same. This continuity is a major reason that America's is the most enduring and successful constitution in all of world history, and America, the most enduring and successful republic.